Plaintiff LaToya Jenkins says the defendant is her cousin, and they were raised together. LaToya claims when she was 9, the defendant was taking care of her, and while under her care, LaToya's arm was ripped off on a piece of machinery. LaToya claims the defendant is now dating a man who's close to her own son's age, and she's suing her today for emotional distress and harassment. Defendant Phaedra Jenkins says LaToya is nothing but a fake who's been arrested over 10 times and was even pulled over while Phaedra's daughter was in the car for buying marijuana. Phaedra's countersuing for child care costs.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Phaedra Jenkins and I are cousins. We were raised by the same relative, my aunt, who was also her grandmother. So Phaedra Jenkins is 10 years older than I, so we never had any connection, and we never really had anything in common. The most significant or prominent event that the both of us experienced was while I was a child. Phaedra Jenkins was given a responsibility to watch me while I was washing clothes. I was 9 and she was 17. I had an accident at that time because she decided to, I guess, have a conversation with a boy on the side. My arm was ripped off in an extractor. That's a machine no longer used, and I'm left with the upper left portion of my extremity. Now, Phaedra Jenkins, I'm just trying to give you a little bit about her character. She's irresponsible. She had her first child at 16, and she practically forced her son out in order to move in her boyfriend, which is almost the same age as her son. So
you always talk like this?
Talk like, how am I talking?
Sounds like a newscaster.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. You sound like a newscaster. Might want to pursue that. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Yeah, I always advise people to pursue things they are gifted in and that they like. So, just word to the wise and making an observation.
Thank you.
Let me hear from you on the background.
Yes, she puts on the facade. She's been arrested more than 10 times.
Come on.
She's been in Rikers Island for 14 days. Rose M. Singer.
Goodness.
She got arrested and pulled over with my daughter in the car for buying marijuana. She owes her brother thousands of dollars for crashing her car for insurance, not having
What's this
insurance.
arrest for 10 times?
Oh, for fights, for driving without a license, for marijuana. She's been arrested
And this is an
plenty
example
of times.
of all of the rumors she's
Number
been
one,
spread.
no rumors, honey.
It's coming out of the
Go
horse's
on
mouth.
public. She's
That's
been
all.
arrested numerous times. Okay, I have 2 kids. I have a son and daughter. I have my son at 15, not 16, and my daughter at 17. Finished school on time, high school and everything, never stopped. Got my bachelor's degree in 05, always worked, never on drugs. She's always smoked weed, always smoked cigarettes. Very rude to people, obnoxious. Got a chip on her shoulder. I don't know, due to the fact maybe she lost her arm and want to compensate for it.
All right,
she thinks
now,
someone's
watch
owed
yourself.
her something.
I hope you're not saying anything facetious about her
No.
injury. All right. Let's get to the emotional distress that she has caused you.
Yes, please.
And the harassment that you're suing her about. Yes, ma'am.
So the aunt who raised the both of us recently died. She, over, let's see, maybe a 10 to 15 year period, she accumulated over $10,000 worth of items from QVC, a home shopping network. After her death, her items had to be removed from her apartment, and Phaedra was left responsible for that activity. Now, I was there. She asked for my help. I offered to pay the first 6 months of the storage unit because that was my aunt's property, and, you know, I just wanted to help out. And she agreed to pick up the remaining months for however long she was going to decide to keep the items in storage, which she failed to do so. So I've been stressed out because I've been trying to, like, fix my credit. So this here, the fact that she didn't pay her, like, her fee, the monthly fee, that was due to the storage facility. The late fees have, I guess, affected my credit significantly.
Why did you put your credit at risk with her?
Well, you know what? She pays her bills. She's been living in the projects for years, okay? And if you don't pay your bills on time, the people in the projects will kick you out. So I assume, since she does have a job, that she would use her money to pay for the items in the storage facility. Because the items in the storage facility were worth over $10,000. So in my opinion, I had no reason to, I guess, feel as if.
Well, ma'am, that's the risk you take when you extend your credit for relatives. That happens all the time, and everybody that does that can't sue for emotional distress. What do you want to tell me, ma'am?
First of all, that's a lie. Yes, my grandma did pass away last year. I did get her stuff out of her house. I did not sign any contract. She offered, she said, I will pay. No time period. I will pay because that's her aunt, but it's also
She's
her
lying.
mother. She adopted her. My grandma adopted her. It's also her mother.
Her son was
You
there.
have to
We have
come
an
in there
agreement.
and actually put your name on the contract.
I know, ma'am.
Here
Let
go
me
one.
see it.
And sign it.
All right,
And she
I
has to
know
pay on
you-
her own.
yeah,
'cause
I
that's
know
my
you
son.
played her into it.
And yes,
we know
she did,
that.
because Your Honor, afterwards,
Hey,
she
come
told me that she was
Okay,
going
once
to go to
again,
the
Your Honor.
You
facility.
don't know when
Your
you're getting
Honor.
played.
I kind of actually thought that she would have
Why
compassion.
aren't you suing her for the amount?
Okay, because I contacted the facility. I was trying to speak with different people in different positions to find out what I can do to solve this
Do you
problem.
owe the money?
Finally, no, because
Okay,
she don't
thank
know
you.
the
So that's
agreement.
not. What's the harassment, ma'am?
Okay, now after I was contacting her to find out why she wasn't going to the facility to change it out of my name into her name, okay, she wouldn't answer, okay? I'm suing for harassment because after I've been contacting her for, I guess, several months to find out why she didn't,
How did she harass
obey
you?
our contract. She called me and left threatening messages, and also...
She's lying.
And also, I have a message, Your Honor, and also
All
after
right,
she left
play
that...
your message.
And after that,
What was that? Did you hear
she
anything,
would
Your
call
Honor?
All I
and leave
heard, she
hang-ups.
called you a heifer. Or you call her.
Did you hear anything, Your Honor?
When she's talking about a rap, she's
I
not
haven't heard
talking about
that
a
since the
hairdo.
60s,
Thank you.
by the way.
Your Honor,
Heifer.
first of all, I
She's
don't
not
even know if
talking
that's
about
my
a
voice.
hairdo.
Second
Okay,
of all,
she's a
I
very
haven't
dangerous
heard
woman.
from her
She was dating a
since
man
You called the
wrongfully.
police, ma'am?
No, I
Well,
didn't
you
call
must
the
not
police.
think she's that dangerous. Your counterclaim for $500. How does she owe you for child care
I
expenses?
have a juvenile, foster care, but it's a juvenile under my supervision. Here's the note from the agency.
Let's see it,
Since
please.
October, and the certificate. He has to be supervised at all times. I had to pay someone for 2 days to take him to school, pick him up, feed him breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He's been arrested for burglary, so that's why he has to be supervised at all times, everywhere he's go, and he lives with me.
What does she have to do with it?
Due to me having to come out here, she taking me to court, and me paying, she should have to pay that.
If it was a frivolous claim,
This
you're
is
right.
a frivolous claim.
No, it's not. It's not frivolous,
How is
ma'am,
it
for
not?
you to have ruined her
No,
credit.
we went on a vacation in March, all of us in Vegas. After the vacation, her and my mother had an argument, almost got in a fight. Okay, we all were sharing one room, non-smoking room. She was smoking weed, leaving stuff around. Her and my
how
other got
right-
into an
yeah,
argument.
right. I was
She
smoking
went and got
weed.
another
Stop
room.
lying. You're
you
trying to-
wish.
trying
She got
to
in
defame
another
my
room.
image,
She
okay?
left.
Stop
She
it.
left.
Disgusting.
A day earlier.
Disgusting.
And after that dispute in Vegas, then this all comes about.
And you say you never agreed, or you did?
I never agreed. She offered. That was her mother. My grandmother adopted
sitting
her.
here lying.
Never.
Both
She
of
didn't
her
adopt you?
children?
That's her mother. She
How do you
adopted
get her involved?
She was
I thought it was for her,
responsible.
ma'am.
No, it wasn't
That's
for me.
my
How?
aunt. Okay, she died and she left an agreement, I
How
guess.
is she responsible?
Because she was left irresponsible.
How?
She was left responsible.
Show me some
my
evidence.
aunt left documents. I mean, I
Show
wasn't
me
left
those
responsible.
documents.
I don't have those documents.
Well, then
That's
you
her
haven't proven
granddaughter.
your case. You have to prove that she is the executor or administrator of that estate.
I'm not.
Do you have such proof?
I don't.
Okay, then she isn't responsible. I thought she had assumed that
No,
responsibility.
she actually did because she
Well,
was
show me
individual.
evidence that she
I don't have
has.
the evidence, but
She
you can
denies
ask her.
that she
Is she gonna
did.
lie
Because
under
she's my
oath?
grandmother?
Are you
That
gonna
doesn't-
lie
my grandmother
under
doesn't have
oath?
no estate.
Well, that shows your character.
Whatever.
Go ahead. I hope
Go
you
ahead.
feel
Go
fine.
back to the website.
Oh, please lose weight.
You
With your
wish.
stretch marks.
You wish.
Stop it.
I look
Stop
good,
it.
boo.
And
I
yes,
look good,
yes,
boo.
not as good as me,
I look
sweetie.
good. You
Step
got
it
your
up.
15
You
minutes
look
of fame.
pregnant.
Enjoy
You look
it.
pregnant,
You
baby
got
girl.
your 15 minutes
Stop
of fame.
it.
Enjoy it.
Suck it in.
Enjoy it,
Suck
boo.
it in.
Enjoy
You're
it.
having
Enjoy
disgusting
it.
sex
Get your soul
before
fixed
you're an
up.
adult.
You wish.
Come on, you're disgusting and
wish.
irresponsible.
You wish.
Oh, come
You're
on.
jealous.
Who
You've
has-
always been.
Come on,
Now, come
anybody
on,
can have
young lady.
children.
You can't
She's
talk
jealous.
like that.
She's jealous.
Doesn't sound like a newscaster
She's
now.
jealous.
They're not going to let you talk like that on the news.
Hello.
Be careful.
Hello.
All right, I have to dismiss your claim. She had no legal obligation, and your claim for child care expenses, she had a legitimate case, she believed. So I'm going to dismiss your claim for child care expenses. Have a good day.
Focus on your children. She has a 22-year-old son and a 17-year-old daughter. They need her attention. And stop focusing on your boyfriend.
Tell her to get the drugs out of her life, get her mind straight, and everything will go along with her. Don't worry about my life. I have a 19-year-old daughter and a 21-year-old
And she has a
grown
weave.
son.
She should remove the
Thank
weave.
you.
It's probably too tight. That's why she's lying.
Yeah, okay.